So maybe you just got a new iPhone and you want to shoot a short film, or you want to do social media videos, or maybe vlogging on YouTube, and you're a beginner and you're wondering, what gear do I need to make it look good? And how do I start? Now really, this can be a very subjective topic and a really big topic, but here I'm going to boil it down to just the 3 essentials you need to start shooting professional quality video with your phone. First and foremost for me is a tripod and a tripod mount. Stabilizing your camera will instantly add production value. When you see those kind of videos where it's just handheld and shaky, unless you're going for that style, you're shooting like a horror movie or something, but that's not what we're talking about here. I'm talking about just either everyday video or vlogging videos, or, I mean, even vlogging, you might be walking and talking, but you'll eventually want to sit down and talk to the camera, kind of like I am right here. And so a tripod is just really essential. And with the phone, there's no way to attach it to the phone without a tripod mount. And there are a variety of different brands that make them. I like one from Ulanzi, but again, it doesn't really matter what brand you use. It's a matter of getting one and attaching a tripod. And I will put different options in the description of this video for you to check out. But the main thing you need is a mount, a tripod mount, and then of course the tripod. Now in the beginning, I recommend a tabletop tripod. They're super easy to use, very cheap, very affordable, and can work great. Whether you're putting the camera down low on the ground, or whether you want to put it up high, you can put it on a table or up on a shelf if you don't have a traditional taller tripod. They're just super versatile and super easy to use. And again, the whole idea is stabilizing your camera. And even for guys like me that have been doing this a long time, I use tabletop tripods all the time. Now, some of you guys may want to move into a larger tripod right off the bat. You could get a photography tripod or a video tripod with a fluid head. Totally fine, whatever you want to do. But one nice thing about these tabletop tripods is you've got the tripod mount, which I don't have right now, but you can mount it right here and hold it, and then you've got a grip. So you can walk and talk with it. Kind of acts like a quasi gimbal because stabilization is so good on phones these days. And by the way, you really don't need a gimbal. We're not mentioning gimbals in this video. So this is multi-use, multi-purpose. And again, I think it's something that is essential when you're trying to shoot professional quality video with your phone. The next essential piece of gear is one I harp about all the time. If you watch my channel at all, or if you're brand new here, you're about to hear it. And that is using a neutral density filter, or an ND filter for short. And it is imperative to use. And that's with traditional cameras too, by the way, but smartphones in particular, because it just gives that look of not being a smartphone when used properly. Basically, imagine it's like sunglasses for your camera, for your lens. It will help control the shutter speed, and you want a lower shutter speed to get ideal motion blur. I'm not going to get into the weeds on that, but basically what iPhones do, or any smartphone, if you're not using an ND, it increases the shutter speed, and I'm mainly talking about when you're outdoors in bright light, and then you get that staccato image, kind of like a zombie movie, which works in a zombie movie, but not for a short film or a traditional looking video. You want ideal motion blur. And in particular, if you're shooting 24 frames per second, you want a 1/48 shutter. Ultimately, you just need to get an ND filter and put it on your camera. Now, kind of like with the tripod, a lot of NDs don't just automatically fit. Some do with different cases from different brands. And then sometimes you can do a clip-on ND, or you can put an ND filter on an actual lens if you're using an external lens. But those aren't really requirements. The main point is to use an ND. Whatever brand you use doesn't really matter, just use a good one. I personally like the ones from Moment, the Moment Quick Lock, because they're super simple. They attach to their existing case. You don't need anything additional. And they're relatively affordable. They're not cheap by any stretch, but they're affordable. And again, you can carry it with you. It almost falls into the everyday carry category, which is great. You could also use them though on larger scale productions, again, depending on what you're doing. But in the end, the main point is it will reduce that shutter and give you ideal motion blur. And my third and final essential piece of gear, especially for beginners, is a microphone, an external microphone. I can't tell you how important good sound is with your video. A lot of people think it's more important than the video. I think they're equal, but bad sound will kill a good video much quicker than bad video will kill, if that makes sense. You want to do both good, but you really want to have good sound. As a matter of fact, I'm using a little wireless mic right now, and I'm shooting with Osmo Action. And so the point is, you got to have good sound for your video, no matter how you do it. And that can be a wireless mic like I'm using, or it could be a small shotgun mic. Doesn't really matter. If you're close to the camera like I am right now, a shotgun mic would be fine. If you're going to roam and move around, then I would highly suggest a wireless mic. And there's so many good wireless mics in the market now that it's really a no-brainer. I really like the Rode Wireless Micro for iPhone. It's so easy to use. I did a video about it. It's relatively affordable and the sound quality is great. The main point though is it's so easy to use. You literally just clip it on and plug it in and you're done. And yeah, of course, you can just use the iPhone mics. They're pretty good, especially if you're close to the camera. But if you're outside and you're shooting in wind at all or any extraneous sound, it will pick most of that up. And yeah, you can use post-production techniques and they have some AI stuff that'll help fix the sound in quotes or make it sound different. And those are pretty cool. But again, for most stuff, especially if you're not close to the camera, you need a microphone. So get an external microphone. If you want a shotgun mic, Rode makes some good shotgun mics. Sennheiser makes one I love. I'll put links in the description about those as well. But no matter what you do, get a good mic and your videos will turn out much better than the competition that doesn't worry about mics, because beginners in particular always seem to skimp on the sound, and you don't want to do that. And one last bonus recommendation, just because, you know, I'm that kind of guy. And it's not gear, but it is essential if you want to shoot professional quality video with your phone, and that is getting a third-party app. Manual control is imperative. Now, I know you're a beginner if you're just watching this video and you're learning about it, but using manual control, locking your settings, etc., is imperative to produce, again, high-quality video. So I normally recommend Blackmagic, and it's free. Now it might be a little bit advanced if you're a beginner especially, but there's a great in-between app called Kino. And Kino is not free, but it has just enough manual control mixed with auto functions to give really professional results. I use it a lot myself, especially again, what I call in-between videos like YouTube, etc., social media. For my film work and commercial work, etc., I will use Blackmagic. There's just a lot more control, but Kino is great. And I actually did a video about Kino and Blackmagic, comparing the two, that you should definitely check out. And if you're interested in Blackmagic and you're a beginner, I also have a course on learning the Blackmagic camera app. It's not complicated, but if you're brand new, it can be a little bit daunting just because it's so feature rich. There's so many controls. But regardless, no matter what you do, even if it's not one of those two apps, use a third-party app. Cinema P3, Beastcam, there's many others out on the market, ProTake, that are manual, that offer manual control and will really give you higher end results. And in the end, that's what you want. You want to get a professional quality look out of your iPhone. So those are my top essentials to get started shooting iPhone video. And if you don't have these, or if you're waiting to get them, that doesn't mean to wait. As I like to say, don't wait to create, still go out there and shoot with your phone, learn it. But if you add these things to your mobile video kit, it will greatly improve your video work. And that's really what I'm trying to do here, is help you make the best videos you can. Thanks for watching. This is Blake Calhoun. Please like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.